Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory Srila Prabhupada. I hope you all are well. Welcome you all to His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaja's daily call. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory Srila Prabhupada. I hope you are well, Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. So today's verse is Srimad-Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 6 and verse number 1. We are starting a new chapter today. So if you're ready, Maharaj, I'll just open the verse by the time. Yes, we're there. So when we're ready, I'll start sharing this. Oh, sorry, the wrong place. Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brahmavachya Vachambane Mukham Shetram. Chandasam Saptadavataham. Havya Kavyam Ritatanam. Jiva Sarva Rasayacha. Translation. Lord Brahma said, the mouth of the Virat Purush, the universal form of the Lord, is the generating center of the voice, and the controlling deity is fire. His skin and 6 other layers are generating centers of the Vedic hymns. And his tongue is the productive center of different foodstuffs and delicacies for offering to the demigods, the forefathers, and the general mass of people. Report. Okay, the opulence of the universal form of the Lord are described herein. It is said that his mouth is the generating center of all kinds of voices, and his controlling deity is the fire demigod. His skin and other 6 layers of bodily construction are representative generating centers of the 7 kinds of Vedic hymns, like Gayatri. Gayatri is the beginning of all Vedic mantras and is explained in the first volume of Srimad-Bhagavatam. Since the generating centers are the different parts of the universal form of the Lord, and since the form of the Lord is transcendental to material creation, it is to be understood that the voice, the tongue, the skin, etc., suggest that the Lord in his form is not without them. The material voice, or the energy of taking in foodstuff, is generated originally from the Lord. Such actions are perverted reflections of the original reservoirs, which are the transcendental situation, is not without spiritual variegatedness. In the spiritual world, all the perverted forms of material variegatedness are fully represented in the original spiritual identity. The only difference is that material activities are contaminated by the 3 modes of material nature, whereas the potencies of the spiritual world are all pure because they are engaged in unalloyed, transcendental loving service of the Lord. In the spiritual world, the Lord is the sublime enjoyer of everything, and the living entities there are all engaged in his transcendental loving service without contamination of the modes of material nature. The activities of the spiritual world are without any of the difficulties of the material world, but there's no question of impersonal voidness on the spiritual planet, as suggested by the impersonalist. Devotional service is described in Narada Pancharatra as far Sarvafari Vinir Muktam Tat Parvatvena Nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. Originally, since all the senses are produced of the Lord's reservoir of senses, the sense activities of the material world are to be purified by the process of devotional service. And thus the perfection of life can be attained simply by purifying the present position of our material activities. And the purifying process begins from the stage of being liberated from the conception of different designations. Every living entity is engaged in some sort of service, either for the self, the family, society, country. But unfortunately, all these services are rendered due to material attachment. Material attachments of material affinity may be simply changed to the service of the Lord. And thus, the treatment of being freed from material attachment begins automatically. The process of liberation is therefore easier through devotional service rather than by any other method. For in the Gita it says that one is subjected to all kinds of material tribulations if one is impersonally attached. Klesho dikatar stesham avyaktasata chaitasam omagyantimirandasya ginajana salakaya chaksun militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Chaitanya manovistam stapitam yena bhutale Swayam rupa kadammayam dadati swam padantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shivakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Paschatya Desatarine Vanshikopa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Evacha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dhananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And so as above, so below, which means that this material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. In this material world, we have so many connections with family members, friends, society, country, our very body. So many connections because we have a material body. If there was no material body, there would be no connections. And we understand from Shastra, at least theoretically, we're not this body. So all these connections are false because they're based on something false, the body. And everything we do in the material world is based on the body and mind and the senses, which are all included in the one understanding of the body. Now, therefore, everything we do in this material world is simply a reflection of what goes on in the spiritual world, but without all of the problems and liberties, difficulties, frustrations, sufferings that come with our connections in this material world. So we're in what we say, a marginal situation. We're not this body, nor all of the connections we make based on the body actually have validity in bringing us to the stage of knowledge and freedom, because all of these are based on the wrong conception. There's no body, there's no connections. Because we have a body, we make the connections based on the body, what designated according to country, gender, and various qualities that make up the body, and we connect in that way. So we live in a fantasy world. It's a world of illusion because, and none of the things that we do are connected with who we are or what is our ultimate happiness and gain. Therefore, we have to get above the body, and we have to use the body and purify the body and bring the body or use the body to come to our spiritual body and not into the material sense of existence. And that is Krishna consciousness. So we like to sing and dance. People go to various types of venues to sing and dance. We can sing and dance for Krishna. We like to eat. We can eat foodstuffs offered to Krishna. We like to have friends, family members that exist in the spiritual sky also. Ultimately, everything centers around Krishna, who is the source of all the friends and family members. And there is relationships in the spiritual world, not only with Krishna, but with other living entities in different ways. So again, as above, so below. So the shadow is never the real person, but the shadow follows the movement of the real person, although the shadow has no existence of itself. So this material world is a shadow existence of our actual existence, which is in the spiritual world. And so to get out of this illusion or this shadow existence, we have to connect ourselves with the reality. And the reality is connected through the process of purifying, as it's mentioned in this verse, our mind, our senses, our body, and bringing them to transcendental activities. Transcendental means above the dental. Dental means material, trans means above. In other words, there are everything that we do in this material world, at least within the realm of benefit, is also perfected in the spiritual world. And there's no death in the spiritual world. We undergo death here because we think we're this body, and the body is born and the body dies. But soul, which exists in the body, and which is the actual person, is never born and never dies. Nahanyate hanyamane surire. Ajo nitya shashvato yam purano. Nahanyade hanyamane surire. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death. Nor having once been, does he ever cease to be. He's unborn, undying, primeval, immovable, immortal. And when the body goes, the soul still remains. It's never born, never dies, can never be cut into pieces, can never be withered by the wind, can never be wet by water, never be, it's never out of its natural condition. The soul can never be touched by anything material, although the connection with the material energy gives us the illusion that we're something else than what we really are. We are not any of the things we are, and the things we do are simply furthers our into the illusion. So to get out, some people like to stay in because they like the illusion, just like if you want to wake up a sleeping man sometimes. No matter what you do, the person's not going to get up. You can bang him on the head, you can push him out of bed, but he'll continue to sleep because that's what he wants. So we like this illusion because it seems to be convenient. We think everything above the illusion of what we hear from Krishna, from Guru, from the Shastras, is impossible to attain, and because we don't have any inkling of what it is actually, we think it's not worth attaining, or think it's just too much to give up our sleeping condition. When you're seeing, sometimes, if somebody disturbs you, you might think, wow, boy, that person's really my enemy. I was enjoying this sleep state so nicely. And now it's all over because of this rascal. He destroyed my sleep state. Just like there was one personality, his name was, can't think of his name, but he fought on the side of the demigods, and I can't remember his name. Maybe somebody can remember his name. Anyway, when they asked him what benediction you want, he said, I want to sleep. And anybody disturbs me, I'll burn them to ashes. Muchikunda, his name was. Yes, Muchikunda. So he went into the cave and he was sleeping for thousands of years. And what happened was someone came, I think, Krishna arranged it. Don't talk to me. Krishna, don't put him there, put him outside. I'll rearrange everything. Just put him outside where you found him. Krishna arranged that this person would be the source of killing this one Yaksha who was trying to kill Krishna. He was fighting with Krishna, and Krishna didn't want to kill him directly because he was so contaminated that Krishna arranged for Muchikunda. And then Krishna ran into the same cave where Muchikunda was sleeping. And then this person, Kaliyavana, his name was Kaliyavana, came and thought, oh, there's Krishna and he's sleeping. So he attacked the sleeping person. But as soon as he did, Muchikunda opens his eyes and he had fire within his eyes and he burned him to ashes, turned him into a burnt kachori right on the spot. There's nothing left of him, all ashes. And then, of course, Krishna was there, and when he saw Krishna, he paid his obeisances, and Krishna gave him his mercy. And so this was how people like to sleep. That was his desire. He simply wanted to sleep. Krishna took advantage of that to kill Kaliyavana, who was an untouchable. And so he got the benefit of serving Krishna, even though he wasn't planning to serve Krishna, he was simply planning to sleep. So in the material world, we're all asleep. We think, oh, I'm this body. This body is so nice. I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I think, it's better than yesterday. And we just get all attached to thinking, and you know, if you're in the female gender, you stay about 2 hours in front of the mirror in the morning. You're decorating the deity, right? And then once you decorate the deity, then you take the deity on parikram around so everyone can appreciate the deity. And then after the parikram, then you have to feed the deity. So feed the deity. And then you get tired after feeding it, you take some rest, so the deity's resting. And the deity gets up after again, and it thinks, oh, yeah, boy, life is so wonderful. At parikram, I met so many nice people who really appreciated the deity. They wanted to offer me all kinds of ashirvads and give me so many garlands and tell me how nice I look because that's me. So this illusion. Mirrors are good. Mirrors really help you understand who you are not. But you look in the mirror and you say, that's me. And sometimes you think the person in the mirror is actually you. But the person reflected in front of the mirror is not even you. What to speak about the guy in the mirror. So we go through all of this illusion. And then when the illusion's over, the curtain comes down, and then we can start the illusion all over again. Yeah. Okay, slap him on his butt, he can breathe, and then we start all over again. His only business is to pass stool and urine, and that's it. Life in the material world is so fun. Prabhupada said, we came to the material world to pass stool and urine. That's the only reason we're here. If we can pass stool and urine very nicely, we think It's not so bad here. So this is a material life. And but we go on, they say, and then the guru tells you, you're not this body. You say, Swamiji, what you say is right, but it's not for me. It's for everybody else. I know I'm not this body, but don't tell me because you'll ruin my illusion. If you ruin my illusion, I don't have a replacement illusion to replace this illusion. So don't tell me the truth. I can't handle it. It's better to live in illusion because at least you don't feel the pain of the truth. So, so material life is just what it is. There's my husband. He's got a hair on his head. He's got mustaches, maybe even a beard, and he's so nice. And there's my wife. So all of this game we play out here. But Krishna's saying, hey, you want to, hey, there's a lot of them in the spiritual world, and they don't have mustaches and beards like the ones in this world. They may have beards and mustaches, but they're spiritual. They don't have to cut them or shave them. So Krishna is inviting us. If you want to sing and dance, you could sing and dance with me. If you want to eat, hey, we'll go down to the banks of the Ganges. You can become my friend and we could eat together and have fun. So we play this material illusion. And Krishna is inviting us, come. Why waste time in this material world playing this drama? As Shakespeare said, life's a drama, life's a play act. And then the curtain's over, comes down, the whole show's over. Where's my friends? Where's my family members? Where's my society? Where's my country? Well, that was just a dream. That's all. So the dream is over, and I come back to the reality. You can dance with Krishna, eat with Krishna. You can play with Krishna. You can have loving relationships with Krishna in so many different ways. The spiritual world is full of variegatedness. There's variegatedness in this world because it's a reflection of variegatedness in the spiritual world. But in the spiritual world, the variegatedness is much greater. And the illusion of the variegatedness of this material world just causes us to become unhappy because we want to be in one way, and then something changes and we don't like the change. And so we try to get back to the thing we were before the change, and then we suffer, struggling because we can't go back to that. We had a nice relationship with this person, and now they're no longer there. I have to find another person to get another relationship with, and that person is not as good as the first one. Oh my God. so, so many problems like that. I want to have kids, and they grow up, and they just cause me so many pains, sufferings. I want them to be happy in this material world, but they never listen to me. They do their own thing. And when I try to show them what is the right thing, they say, who are you to tell me what to do? So, yeah. We're having fun trying to make the illusion lesson of illusion. The more we try to make the illusion less the illusion, guess what happens? Illusion becomes greater. So that's the material world. The more you have, the more you are in this material world, the greater the illusion. That's why it says that those who don't have anything, they're not much in the illusion as those who have everything, apparently, because they don't really like the illusion and they try to get out of the illusion. but they don't know how to get out of the illusion, so they stay in illusion in a very simplified form of the illusion. So our process is to go back to the spiritual world. And the process is bhakti. Bhaktivimam Bhavajananti. We love people in this world, take that same love and direct it towards Krishna. That love in this material world is created based on what that person can give me. But our relationship with Krishna is that Krishna is giving us everything because we are connected with Krishna eternally. So to love in this world is something we have to create in order to make it even begin or happen. But our relationship with Krishna doesn't have to be created. It's there internally. Even when we forget it, it's still there. Even when we neglect it, it's still there. It's always there because that's who we are, part and parcel of the Supreme. When something is intricately connected to us, all we have to do is reconnect to that object, and then all of the benefits come by that reconnection. In this material world, even though you make a connection, you struggle to get some benefits from that connection. And most of the time, even if you get some benefits, time destroys that connection, and then you're back into an unhappy illusion before you're into a somewhat semi-happy illusion, but still an illusion. So ultimately, come back to Krishna. Krishna is calling us. He has a flute, plays on his flute the fifth note, and he's attracting all living entities back to him. He is Krishna, which means all attractive. So everything you're looking for in life, you can find in Krishna. Beauty, power, gracefulness, compassion, love, of course. Everything that the soul or you, even in this material world, are trying to seek out in these ephemeral relationships in this material world, you find it in Krishna, perfect, and not only perfect, completely perfect, and eternal. It doesn't die, it simply expands into greater forms of happiness. So why waste time in this material world? Because ultimately, whatever you achieve, you lose. In the spiritual world, whatever you achieve becomes more and more, and ultimately, if you reach the stage of loving Krishna, then you have come to the perfectional stage of everything that you aspire for millions of verse in this material world is found in that one connection with Krishna in devotional service. So Krishna Mother, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Prana. He's your mother because he nourishes you, takes care of you, guides you, feeds you, sustains you. He's your father. He teaches you. He's your light soul. Why? Because everything you're looking for in this material world is coming by way of Krishna, but in the form of an illusion. So you can find that same thing in its reality in Krishna. Everything is there in Krishna. And that's what we're looking for. Prabhupada used to say, everyone is looking for happiness, everyone is looking for Krishna. Krishna represents the happiness everyone is looking for. But because they don't know Krishna, or they don't accept Krishna, they accept the struggle which goes on, find happiness, which just brings more and more unhappiness. And ultimately, whatever we gain, poof, when death comes along, hey, time's up. No, I'm not ready to go. Hey, you're not in control. You got to come with me. No, Mr. Death, I'm not ready. Please let me stay. How will my mother go on without me? My wife and my lovely kids all look like me. How will they exist? And all of that money I accumulated, they don't know how to spend it. I have to be here to teach them how to spend it. So you're not only taking me, but you're making them unhappy. Ah. So Krishna says, Death says, just shut up. come with me. And if you don't come, I got my ropes and we'll tie you up and drag you. So have, and if you want to stay in this material world, no one can stop you. But if you want to get out, the process is there. And the process is eternal life, full of knowledge and unlimited happiness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. So nicely, full of humor, you have explained the basics of Krishna consciousness, that how to come out and how we are attached to this world with our relatives, our body, and especially women with body. That's a so funny example. Thank you so much.
Well,
Devotees,
if you
yes.
if you really if you really want to know, this world is just ridiculous. So if you everything is kind of funny because it's all ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous.
So we already have a question. Devotees, if you have any question, comments, please raise your hands and you can type it in the chat if you can, if you want to. And it'll be nice if you
Okay,
can keep cameras on, please. Somesh Prabhu, please go ahead.
no ridiculous questions, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. All glories to you. Maharaj, my question is that, like many times we find that the key member of the family, although means son is there and father is there, but son departs, father stays, and means such situation happens many times. Although it's according to law of karma, but it becomes difficult to digest them, and we feel that it should not have happened. So how shall we accept such situation as it is, as an arrangement of Krishna?
Yeah, you can't make anything happen. Or to speak about the things you don't want to happen. Even the things that do happen, you can't happen. The things that you don't want to happen, you can't make not happen. Everything is controlled by higher power. Being in the material world means being under the three modes. The three modes are Krishna's energies. They work according to his. To accept what happens in this material world as the arrangement of Krishna is one step towards getting out of this material. Whether it's good or bad by your definition, that's incidental, but it's happening through the arrangement of higher powers, either directly by Krishna or indirectly by Krishna through the material energy. Material energy is Krishna's energy to fulfill our desires and to thwart our desires in this material world. So that energy works. And the energy is more powerful than we are because it's his energy. What we want, at least materially, does not really matter because it's not going to bring us happiness anyway. We want Krishna. That's who we really want. Although we may not admit we want Krishna, but that's what we're looking for. That relationship that is eternal and full of happiness. You can only find it in your relationship with Krishna because it is part of your nature. The fact is, even in this material world, you are never separated from Krishna. Just like when you go to sleep, doesn't mean you die. It means you're in another consciousness where you're not aware of activities of life, but you still live, although in a sleep state. So material life is sleep state. That's all. You're sleeping. and you're dreaming based on that sleep state. I'm dreaming I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm from this country, I'm Bengali, I am an American, and my colors are red, white, and blue, and we have our country is the best country in the world. There's all these old dreams. Most of them are nightmares, not what to speak of dreams. But anyway. So don't try to make anything happen. Just try to engage in devotional service, and Krishna will make everything happen. Don't want Krishna to perfect your material life. That's not the program for worshiping Krishna. Forget about it. Do your best to live in the material world, but don't become attached to any of it. Become attached to Krishna. Because your child is part and parcel of Krishna, your wife is part and parcel of Krishna, you are part and parcel of Krishna. Every living entity around you, including the bugs within the walls, the germs within the atmosphere, they're all part and parcel of Krishna. If you serve Krishna, you can serve all of these other parts and parcels automatically. If you serve the parts and parcels without serving Krishna, you serve no one. Because you can't serve anything. You can't do any good to anyone. You think I'm the father of the family and I have to take care of my children and my wife and my car and my dog who loves me so much. He loves me better than my wife. She argues with me but licks my shoes. My dog is my, as they say, man's best friend. So, so we live in this illusion here. So serve Krishna. And because if you develop a love for Krishna, we'll also develop love for all other living entities automatically. If you try to serve other living entities and neglect Krishna, you are like a leaf that's cut off from the root of the tree. You look nice, but you have no connection with your root, and therefore the leaf will wither up and dry up after some time. Okay, dear Raj.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the class, Guru Maharaj. My question, like spiritual world is beyond our imagination, and this material world is like full Maya, miseries, all kind of troubles. So Guru Maharaj, how can we say like spiritual world is a reflection of material world?
You said the material world, spiritual world is beyond imagination, but you meant to say the material world is imagination. That's what you meant to say. Isn't that correct?
No, but like we think like material world is full of trouble and all. So, so I was thinking like why we say it's reflection of spiritual world, because
yeah, the reflection is not the reality. You stand in front of the mirror, right? You're standing in front of the mirror and you're eating, pataos and potatoes, okay? Pataos and potatoes. And you're thinking, wow, that's so nice. And that person in the mirror, he's also enjoying pataos and potatoes. So there's two of us. The one in the mirror not there, and there's no pataos and potatoes there.
Yeah.
So the reflection is there, but there's no substance to the reflection. So in the same way, the activities of the spiritual world are perverted reflection, the material world perverted reflections of the reality. Everything that we look for is in the spiritual world. It's here in a reflective sense, and therefore it cannot fulfill the desires of the living entity because it's a reflection.
Without any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Gurudev.
We have this wonderful body. What is it made out of? Take a look. Don't take a look.
Yeah.
We have this covering, it's called skin, makes it look nice. But even if you take a microscope and you look at the skin, you'll also get a jolt of reality because the skin has all these worms in it. You can't see them if you look at your skin, but there's worms throughout your skin. They're microscopic, and they're eating all of the contaminations that come on the skin to keep the skin fresh. They're little microscopic worms, but if you look at underneath a microscope and you say, "Oh my God, that's me," yes, it is. And then when you hug another person, your worms are connecting together, and you have this worm connection also. I'm not exaggerating. This is the reality. You have to understand, Krishna plays a joke on you. You want to hear and enjoy? All right, there you go. This is what it's like. He doesn't allow you to stay here and make it easy. He doesn't make it nice. Why? Just so you wake up and try to get out of this place. We got to get out of this place. It's the last thing we ever do. So we want to qualify to get out of this place by devotional service. That's the only means. Karma, Gyan, yoga, elevate your consciousness a little bit above the material, but it's still within the material. Only bhakti. Bhakti is the nature of the soul. Bhakti means love and devotion. This is the perfection of life. We're looking for that perfect love. Can only find it in Krishna. I had my perfect love with my lovely wife and husband, and now they're dead. I keep the picture on the wall, and I think how nice it used to be. Haribo. Not Haribo. Uh-oh. This really, you're really laughing.
Yes, because
Keep
it's
laughing
true.
like that, and you'll back to Godhead simply by laughing. I can get into more of the wonderful thing about material life, but I think I got the message across. I hope I did anyway.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay,
Hope that
Divya.
answers the question. Divya Mate. Yeah, Divya, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Please, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and please, all the devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Guru Maharaj, I just wanted to, understand, as you mentioned in the initial, the beginning of the class, that, how we start with the material connections with this body. So, and then once we come to our senses and our senses start getting purified, we start getting those spiritual connections. So I just wanted to understand that can the spiritual connections help us understand our spiritual body?
Immediately. Yeah, spiritual connections means you're connecting with that awake up the transcendental knowledge of who you are, which means your spiritual body. So you have a spiritual body. The soul is both spiritual and has forms, just like Krishna is spiritual and has form. You also have form. And when you connect to Krishna in devotional service, you are cutting away the material forms which cover your spiritual forms. The spiritual forms are never, what we say, created. They're simply uncovered. That's all. The body is simply the covering. The material energy is simply a covering. That's all it is. It's just a
Thank you.
covering. Yeah.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Bhakti means cutting away the coverings.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Devi.
Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Shridevi Mataji.
Thank you, Satyabhama. Dear Maharaj,
But don't-
please accept
don't
my
give up.
humble obeisance.
But don't give up. If you find it difficult, keep going. If you stay in this process and you give your, you give your utmost to practicing devotional service, you will be successful. There's no doubt. Because Krishna will be there to help you, seeing that this person really wants me, and therefore I will do everything I can to help them. And Krishna will help you. If you don't want Krishna or you want him halfway, then you only get half his help. If you want him 10%, get 10% of his help. If you want him completely, you get his help completely. And then that makes it easy. When you get Krishna's help, then there's no kind of failure. It's just a matter of time before you reach perfection. And you reach perfection slowly as you make your endeavor in devotional service. It's gradually happening. And at different times, you'll experience a clear leap in your spiritual advancement. It'll be clear. You may go along slowly and not imperceptibly on how you're making advancement, but after some time, you'll see something will appear that will clear away a lot of the contamination that's covering your actual existence. It happens sometimes in leaps. It goes along steadily and then it'll leap. It'll go along steadily and it'll leap again. Now stay there and then just stay in the process and you will be successful. There's no question about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. That was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's from Shastra. Okay, Sri Devi, give us that $64,000 question. Okay.
Dear Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. What a shocking class. At the same time, not shocking because this is reality and it's nice to get that reality check again. So, Guru Maharaj, I'm already fried with the material world. There's no question in my mind. I don't want to come back. I swear to you, by God, I just want to get out. But the problem is, I'm not qualified. I'm very low. And when I see you all, you, Niranjan Maharaj, Bhag Swami, all these great souls, I think, my God, when will I ever be qualified to go back to? That's my problem. I feel that it is very slow. I'm full of anarthas. I'm just so fallen and I'm quite a rascal, actually, as you said, So that's my problem.
Well, Gajendra, he was an elephant, but he reached perfection. He wasn't even a human form. Jatayu was a bird. He made it. Hanuman is a monkey. He made it. So even those in lower species, but because they served the Lord completely, they actually attained it. Shrubbery, what was her qualification? She simply had faith in her guru. Guru told her, you wait, Ram is coming. He took all his disciples and went back to the spiritual world. He left her. And she was patient and she was just waiting for Ram to come, testing the foodstuffs before Ram come. And so what was her qualification? Nothing. So qualifications are strong desire. If you have that desire, then Krishna will fulfill that desire as you execute your devotional service. That's all. Just stay. And there's examples where, many devotees who had served Prabhupada nicely fell away from Krishna consciousness, but in the last few moments, even with facts, few days or few moments of their leaving the world, they went back home, back to Godhead, because somehow or other their devotional service was never forgotten by Krishna or by Prabhupada, and they received special mercy. And so sometimes we need special mercy to make it, but that's also available if we stay sincere. So don't think you're less qualified than anyone else, because all souls are equal. You may be in a woman's body, and that may be a deficiency in the sense that it says that, woman's body is more inclined to attachment to the material world than a man's body. Women have more material desires, or generally, they are more connected to material life than men, generally. Now, this is not an absolute principle. But that's still, we see many great women have made it. Gandhari made it, Kunti made it, and you see even, what was that hunchback? She was a prostitute. What was her name?
Kubja.
Gubja. Yeah, she attained perfection because she just fell in love with Krishna. So you see, even Lord Chaitanya took 2 dogs back to Godhead. They were dogs. They didn't do any devotional service. All they did was, somehow or other, the Lord showed his affection for these 2 dogs, and they attained perfection. So material considerations from a material point of view may be advantageous or not advantageous. From the spiritual point of view, there's no difference. So stay steady in your devotional service and learn from your mistakes, in the sense that whatever mistakes you're making, make that a learning process so you can avoid that and perfect your devotional service. So what is this 3 things? Bhakti, we were talking today in my class, and I gave a class today to a group of students who are taking Nectar of Instructions. So, and we basically got into a lot of this. And basically, we came back to what is bhakti? What do you really have to emphasize? What are the things that really are the essential principles will elevate you quickly through the process? And the thing is chanting the holy names foremost, associating with and serving Vaishnavas, and avoiding offenses. And then we added the 4th one, reading and hearing Srimad-Bhagavatam. That's pretty much it. You can do those processes, what we say consecutively, or get absorbed in those processes, then it becomes easy. Whether you live in the cities or you live in the countryside or you're somewhere, that's secondary. Your absorption in the activities of devotional service will bring your consciousness closer and closer to perfection. Chant the holy names. Don't just say, well, 16 rounds, put the beads down, hang them on the hook, say, I'll see you tomorrow. No, forget. Chant. Chant the holy names. Serve the devotees. Look for opportunities to associate with so you can serve the devotees, not just associate. Gives you a chance to serve. Think how you can serve in the association of devotees. That's powerful. That's Lord Chaitanya emphasized that. avoid the offenses. There are so many offenses. Learn them, and try to avoid them. And read and hear Srimad-Bhagavatam. Nasta prayeshu abhadrasham nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati yuva sloke bhagavati bhaktir aistuki tvayi. So simply by hearing and rendering service to Bhagavatam, all that is inauspicious to the heart is gradually destroyed, and loving service unto the transcendent Lord becomes a concomitant fact. In other words, one almost reaches perfection simply by hearing and rendering service to Bhagavatam. That's Bhagavatam alone is Krishna, in transcendental literary incarnation. Krishna is Bhagavatam. The holy name is Krishna directly. Kali Kale, Namarupa, Krishna Avatar, Namahoite, Hayasarva, Jagat Nistara. Krishna has come in the form of the holy name. Harinam, Harinam, Hamibake, Valom, Kalon, Nasdeva, 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 Gatir, Anyata. Everything is there in the chanting of the holy. And serving and associating with Vaishnavas, we are social beings. We're not living in a cave doing meditation. We are interaction with others, but interact with others based on spiritual principles, spiritual activities. And be careful. There are offenses. Be careful. Avoid the offenses. That you have to learn, and be careful not to fall into, commit offenses. And there are offenses to the mind, to offenses to the name, offenses to Krishna, offenses to the Vaishnavas. So these are the things that make our bhakti slow when we commit offenses. So be careful. And the way that you can, the way you avoid offenses is to practice the third verse of the Shikshastaka. Trinadapi Sanichena Tayori Vasahishnuna Amani Namamanadena Kirtaniya Sadanahi. Practice humility, tolerance, pridelessness, and respect for others. Chant the holy name Hare Krishna. So the process is there, and these are the things that need to be emphasized. There's a lot to the process. All of it is supportive. But what is it supporting? It's supporting transcendental knowledge, Bhagavatam. It's supporting transcendental realization, chanting of the holy name. It's supporting transcendental relationships, the Vaishnavas and you. All that make up the spiritual nomenclature. That's all. And be happy. Oh no, another hard instruction. Maharaj, well, you can give me some easy instructions like be happy sometime. No, we say be happy all the time. One of the ways to be happy all the time is to be grateful for whatever you have. If you're grateful, then even in the most difficult situation, you can be happy because Krishna's there. One girl, she was my god sister. She was on her bed. She was leaving the body. She says, "I have no worry. Krishna loves me. I know Krishna loves me." She easily left the body because she knows Krishna loves me. That's all I know. Yes. So in one sense, if you want to read that thing from Sudha Bhakti Chintamani, the Sringa Lila. Oh, that was a Mekala. Yeah, that was a Mekala who said that. And Sri Devi remember. Yeah, the Sringa Lila, read that thing from Sudha Bhakti Chintamani.
Devotees choose the direction they take in spiritual life by the company they keep. The strength to keep company with Krishna and to resist Maya's temptations comes from chanting and hearing.
And by chanting and hearing, you'll get good company. Because you'll go to those persons who like to chant and hear also. Therefore, you're in a good association.
I hope that
That
answers.
happened to me today. Yeah, today I had an experience. I wanted to connect with one senior devotee, and I was just thinking how to connect, and all of a sudden, he calls me. 5 minutes before I planned to call him, he called me for the same reason I was going to call him. So what did I do? Nothing. I simply wanted his association.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. This is so encouraging. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Spiritual life is based on encouragement. Where's Bala? Bala, I know Bala's got something to say. Come on, Bala.
Hare Krishna. Absolutely, Maharaj. Absolutely. It's your mercy, Maharaj, that you call on me. Can I go, Maharaj?
Yeah.
Yes, awesome.
You want
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to Vaishnavas everywhere. So I wanted to bring up a discussion I was having with a devotee, and we were talking about how, lots of people read or come across our philosophy and they're like, meh, and they move on. And they say, I'm not going to believe in a 12-year-old blue cowherd boy that is the absolute truth. And they just move on. However, this disciple and I, actually, she's your disciple, we read Prabhupada and we went, yes, this is it. We love Prabhupada so much. That seems unusual. It seems like we have had a previous association with Srila Prabhupada. Is that possible? Number one. And then Krishna says, what, Bahunam Janmanam, you go through so many lives before you come to Vasudevam Sarvamiti. And then in the Bhagavatam, it says how sudurlabham, how rare this is. There seems to be a lot of hope here, Maharaj. Is this, what do you think about this, Maharaj?
Yeah, but there's another factor. It's called Lord Chaitanya.
Yes, of course. It's the mercy that we get the name.
Lord Chaitanya is very merciful. He made the process ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
He gave mercy to Jagaya Madai, to very low-class people. He liberated 2 dogs. That was Lord Chaitanya, brought 2 wild dogs back to Godhead. And Lord Chaitanya's mercy, is that you can't find anywhere in the absolute truth. Krishna is not as merciful as he is when he takes the form of Lord Chaitanya. So all of these terrible reactions that seem to be great obstacles in our progress of devotion are pretty much mitigated and ultimately eliminated by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Mm-hmm. Lord Chaitanya said, do 2 things if you want my mercy. 1, chant the holy name.
Chant. And
develop an attachment for chanting, ultimately. And don't find fault with others. A dosha darshini. Try to see the good qualities of others and forget about whatever faults they may have. A dosha darshi means to see. A dosha means
defect,
faults. A dosha darshi means the one who does not see the faults in others, although there may be faults there. So these 2 things Lord Chaitanya emphasized, and that means get the holy name and associate and serve Vaishnavas. Pretty much that's what he emphasized. And if you do these 2 things, you're pretty much guaranteed to go back. That's Lord Chaitanya. He made it easy. Mm-hmm. If you study the truth, you'll get so much deep in philosophy, you won't be able to understand anything.
Yes.
become a jnani at best.
Yeah. Yes, it's
But
terrifying to
Krishna
think.
says, yeah, Krishna says, is that verse? What does he say? Sarvasyahamriti sani pistomatat smriti jnanam aponacham Vedaishtrishaham aham veda vedo Vedanta krit veda vid eva chaham. I am the author of the Vedas, I am the knower of the Vedas, and the Vedas are meant to know me. So the conclusion is to know Krishna. And Lord Ji passed by all of the restrictions and said, Hare Krishna. Take Krishna Prasadam, sing, dance, and don't find fault with others. Live a life which is just free from all of the encumbrances that one can get simply by trying to make a nice arrangement in this material world. One person might say, well, I chant and I dance, but I get all of that. Just give it some time. You don't know how long you've been in this material world. You don't know how much contamination is there. Just keep going. And as the sun gradually appears above the horizon, but doesn't appear right away, the light of the sun comes first, and then the birds start chirping when the sun gets near the horizon, but still there's no sun. The shadows appear, but there's no sun. The light appears in the sky, but still there's no sun. But eventually there comes the sun. So here comes the sun. I say, it's all right.
Yes. The Beatles.
Yeah, what was that song about? That was about Prabhupada.
Oh,
yeah,
I
that's
did
what
not
they
know
were
that.
saying. Yeah, that was about, they were referring to Srila Prabhupada. Here comes the sun.
Beautiful, Maharaj.
So yes, we may have had a relationship with Prabhupada. That's possible. To say we did, I can't, that would be simply guesswork, but it is possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
And the fact that we came back to Prabhupada indicates it's likely we did have a relationship in some way.
That's a wonderful thought, Maharaj.
Here
Thanks.
comes the sun. I say, it's all right. The Beatles were good. They were spiritual. A lot of their songs. A lot of their songs were spiritual, especially Harrison, John Lennon. So they brought in a kind of a transcendental revolution of the young people to break through the bonds of the delusion and come to a higher state of consciousness.
At last Krishna's Mangalarati in our temple, we sang Govinda Madhipurusham, rendered by George Harrison and Mataji.
Well, what is that song that Harrison made famous?
My sweet Lord.
My sweet Lord.
My sweet Lord, yes.
So Sri Devi, just sing that song all the time. I really want to know you. I really want to go with you. But it takes long, my Lord. Takes so long, my Lord. I really want to know you. I really want to go with you.
Yeah.
Great. I want to see you.
He sang that. He sang that from his heart. He wasn't just making a musical entertainment on that one.
Yes, and some of it comes through. When you hear it, you can tell that it's not just songwriting; it's from the heart.
No, he was serious.
In his introduction to the Krishna book, he said, if there is a God, I want to see him. I want to know him. He writes that in that introduction to Krishna book. And then, of course, he goes on to say, all you need is love, Krishna.
Mhm.
He actually wanted to join our movement as a full-time devotee, but Prabhupada said, no, you can do more benefit.
Mhm.
You stay outside and make music. Prabhupada didn't want to encourage him to join because he knew
Yeah.
he could do great service in the role he was playing.
Yes.
But at the time of Prabhupada's departure, when Prabhupada was leaving the world, Prabhupada took off a ring that he had on a finger, gave it to one devotee and said, please give this to George.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Right at when Prabhupada was leaving the body, he took off a ring and he was remembering George's service.
Mhm. Yeah. So without these two, it's terrifying to think without these two personalities, without the name from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the translations that a lot of scriptures are obscure because they're not accessible to us. Prabhupada made everything accessible instantly.
Yeah, and he made it doable.
Yeah.
That's the point. Rasa. Here comes another one of the Farmington Hills
Gang.
superstars.
No, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you and assembled devotees. Maharaj, I had a questions. One is from Bhagavad Gita and one is from Srimad-Bhagavatam. So if you give permission, so can I ask, Maharaj?
What do you think I'm going to say?
It's all depend on me.
I'll say, acha hai. No, not acha hai. Acha, acha. Okay.
Yeah. So Maharaj, first question is like, we have a gross body, and demigods also have a subtle body made of intelligence, ego, and mind. So, how do they enjoy the things like they don't have senses? So, how do they enjoy?
Then ghost body means to suffer. That's why they try to inhabit other bodies so they can use another body to experience those desires they have through another body. Ghosts try to inhabit someone else's body. It's usually if female ghost, they try to get into a male body, and if it's a male bug, they try to get into a female body. Generally. So ghost body is miserable. You have the desire, but you can't fulfill it. Old age is like that also. You have the material desires, but the machine's not working anymore. The parts need replacement or bro.
Maharaj, actually,
So
it's not ghost, it's demigods. So, that's a question.
what is it?
Demigods.
Oh, demigods.
Yes,
So what's
yes.
the question?
The question is, we have a gross body. So, demigods also have a subtle body made of intelligence, ego, and mind. So, how do they enjoy the things? Like, they don't have senses. So,
No, where'd you hear that from? They have bodies.
actually,
Body.
I heard from one lecture.
No, that's nonsense. Demigods exist in the higher planets of the material world. Anyone in the material world has a physical body. Demigods have physical body. Now, if you go to Lord Brahma, he's based in Swargaloka. He's in the highest echelon of material existence, where he has a body made of intelligence, pure intelligence. But still, when you see the form of Brahma, he has 4 heads. So his intelligent body is also form. So there are those who have a subtle body with form also. That's way above the demigods. That's Swargaloka, then you go to Janaloka, Mahaloka. What else? The other lokas? Mahaloka, Janaloka. What else?
Tapaloka.
Huh?
Tapaloka.
Tapaloka, Janaloka, yeah, Mahaloka. These are in higher realms of the material energy. The bodies become more and more inclined to the subtle. But they also have form. You see the body of Lord Brahma, he's depicted as 4 heads.
Okay, Maharaj, I understood. So can I ask a second question, Maharaj?
You want a demigod's body? No? Okay. All right, now you can ask. Okay.
Yeah. So I heard in Prabhupada lecture, Prabhupada was saying like our process is Avroha Panta, descending process. And Mayavadi philosophy is like ascending process. So how will we call to Brahmavadi process, Maharaj?
What last process?
Brahmavadi process. Brahmavadi.
Brahmavadi.
Yeah.
What is the Brahmavadi process?
Just like Prabhupada says that our process is Avroha Panta, descending
There's
process.
there's only 2, Avaroha and Aroha. There's 2.
Okay.
That's all about knowledge. It's not about Brahma. It's about knowledge. Knowledge is either gathered through senses, empirical observation, hypothesis, conjecture. That's Aroha. And Avaroha is knowledge that comes down from higher authority. So there's 2 things. What is this Brahma stuff? I don't know. Brahma realization, that's different than Brahma, yeah.
I think what she
The
meant,
knowledge.
I think she meant that Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. So the Sampradaya, our Sampradaya is coming from Brahma. Is that because it's a descending process from Brahma to... Is this what you mean, Rasavilasni Mataji?
Actually, Mataji, I was asking like, how will we call to like Mayavadi philosophy and our process, and then there is a different like Nirakarvadi process. So how will we call to Nirakarvadi process, like Brahmavadi process, something?
The process is just elevation. So their process is austerities, penance, study of the Vedas. Like our process includes these things, but support for the process of service. These other processes don't contain service. Therefore, they can only go so high. Una Krishna padam padanti yada nadritya usma ahangrayaha. Although they climb very high on the spiritual platform, because they are not engaged in devotional service to the lotus feet of the Lord, padanti, they fall down again into the material realm. So our process contains service to the absolute truth in the form, in his transcendental form, either as Lord Chaitanya, Krishna, Ram, Nrsingadev, like that. They don't serve. They just perform all these other activities. Therefore, they still have material desire. Until you come to the platform of service, you're still within the realm of material. devotional service.
Thank you.
Gyanis, they want something. The yogis, they want some. The Gyanis want liberation. The yogis want to control the material energy. The Mayavadis want to become God. They all want something. Devotees don't want anything. All they want is to serve the Lord and please the Lord by their service. Therefore, we're without material desires, and they have material desires. Although they may have more knowledge, their knowledge is directed towards fulfilling their material desire.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Bahunam jnanamam ante jnanamam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti samahotma sadulabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me to be the supreme cause of all causes, all that is. Now, the Gyanis, if they cultivate knowledge to its perfection, they come to the point there's no more knowledge to perfect or to cultivate. Then if they surrender, then they become devotees. That was the four Kumaras. They were Brahmavadis. They had cultivated knowledge perfectionly, and then when they smelled the lotus feet of the Lord covered with tulsi leaves and sandalwood, that aroma immediately attracted them to the process of service. You have to serve the Lord. Serve the Lord by serving the instructions of the spiritual master.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Well, Silpesh, I'm thinking you got some question relating there.
There is a
So
question
let us
actually,
have.
Maharaj, from
Well,
Rishabh Prabhu.
yeah,
Okay,
let Silpesh go. Yeah, Silpesh is ready.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. His acceptable obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Actually, I don't have a question. It's a really, really good class today. My mind has been really playing me the last few days. I'm not feeling too well. And yeah, this material world, we take it too seriously. And yeah, it's been a very interesting class. So thank you, Guru Maharaj. But I don't have a question as such.
Okay. Question is, how do I get out of this plane?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're always endeavoring, and sometimes our body and mind just comes out of nowhere and whacks us, even though we're trying so hard. But then I realized this is just purifying us and bringing us closer to Krishna. It's not a pleasant experience. But it's just keeping
Well,
up.
when you're endeavoring, you're purifying, and you get to a point where there is a block in the endeavor because the purification requires some effort. Sometimes it goes easy. Sometimes you find yourself struggling to perform devotional service. But in either case, stay fixed in the process, and you'll overcome. What is that? Maybe you can recite it. What is that prayer we say on initiation? The initiation prayer, when we give initiation. Yeah. What was the initiation prayer? No? Can't remember? purified or unpurified, having passed all. How's it go? Sridevi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Om Pavitra Va. Like that, right?
Om Pavitra Pavitra Va Pavasara Savar. I can't remember the prayer. Savoviva Yat Pundarik Aksham.
I can't remember either. Let me.
Om Pavitra Trova.
Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Om Apavitra Pavitra Va Sarvavasthan Gato Piba Jat Smarit Pundarikaksha Savajya Bhantara Shuchi.
Suchi. Purified or unpurified, having passed through all situations of life, one who remembers the lotus-eyed Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is purified within and without. One who remembers the Lord through all situations in life becomes purified in and without. That's a nice prayer. That's always given at initiation. Thank you, Gaurangi Priya. Nice. Can you read again? Recite it one more time. It's so nice.
Om Apavitra Pavitra Va Sarvavasthan Gato Piba Jat Smarit Pundarikaksha Savajya Bhantara Shuchi.
Suchi. Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. We end with these things. Yeah. So struggle through life, but remember Krishna through all of these things, and you become purified through all of the difficulties that you have to undergo in purifying yourself. Don't forget Krishna.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. I really needed that. Thank you so much.
Pundarik Aksham refers to Krishna. Hey, thank you. So Shakshi's been waiting for the last millennium to give her question. Okay. We finally got to you.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you and the assembled devotees. So Maharaj, my question is, as you were saying in the class, that this material body, it actually, yes, it demands a lot of attention. So even if we see that maybe because of the effects of Kali Yuga, we don't do much hard work, but still our body feel tired and it demands rest. So we take rest for hours and then later we realize that so the pushing is too much that it is irresistible. So what to do when the body is demanding so much attention of ours, and eventually we waste a lot of time not realizing it at that moment.
Sometimes you have to push, sometimes you have to slow down, take a little rest, and when you feel a little bit better, get back into That's a practical question. But you have to see, where can I position myself where I can make the most advancement in Krishna consciousness? Is my material life supporting my spiritual life, or is it taking away from my spiritual life? We have to ask ourselves that question. If you're not feeling in Krishna consciousness, there's something wrong. Yeah, happiness is automatically there, even at the beginning when one engages in devotional service. What is that happiness? Initially, it's a relief from material suffering, but as we continue, it becomes the soul's satisfaction to serve the Lord, to perform various activities in devotional service. So the question to ask yourself, is my material situation favorable, or unfavorable or half favorable for my spirit advancement? And then try to understand the answer. You may also ask others and then adjust accordingly. We want to make things favorable and not put ourselves in an unfavorable situation where we have to struggle hard just to practice devotional service. I won't tell
Thank you,
you what
Maharaj.
to do. I won't tell you what to do, but I will mention it as you have to see. Are you feeling happy in Krishna's, or do you need to adjust your material situation to facilitate your devotional service? Because I find some devotees that are in such a material situation that they either don't have enough time or they can't get enough association, which is needed for their spiritual practice. Association is necessary and quality time is also required.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thanks, Sakshi
I
Mate.
will.
Guru Maharaj, there is a question from in the chat from Rishabh Prabhu. Is it okay if I read that? Is it true that for us practicing devotees, it is not important what service we do, what results we get, how much or little we contribute, how skillful or not we are? The most important for us is Krishna and Guru satisfied with us?
Yeah, that's true. They say, what is that old saying? For much is given, much is expected. For little is given, is expected. So if you me a lot of mercy, but you're not doing anything, then you might fall short of getting the mercy. And it's important. Yes, all of the things you said are not important. They are in relationship to serving. But in principle, the goal is to satisfy the spiritual master, to satisfy Krishna. What makes the spiritual master happy? When he sees the devotee is seriously engaging in devotional service. When he sees his disciple making advancement, he becomes happy. He thinks, oh, I have such a nice disciple. But then he sees, here's another disciple, and they're spending so much time in their material life and little in their spiritual life, and then they're complaining that they're not making any advancement. Much is given, much is expected. For little is given, little is expected.
Hope that answers your question, Rishabh Prabhu. Thank you, he's saying. Is it okay to take Shridevi Mataji's question now? Yeah. Maharaj.
Who's in control, me or you?
We both. Yeah, Shridevi Mataji. Go ahead.
The answer is neither one.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. This is so wonderful what we are hearing, about every aspect of devotional life. Just now, what you said about enough time and good association, which brings me to my question. Just recently, I did a class online on Zoom to a group of devotees in San Antonio, Texas, and a young mother, with a single mother, she was saying, I so much want to chant 16 rounds. I so much want to reach the point of initiation, but I'm working really crazy hours. She's a nurse. And she's an immigrant also, so I don't know if that's got something to do with it. So she works from 9 to 8. I said, how do you manage everything? She says, I have some help for my daughter, but I have to work because I'm a single parent. And then after I come back, I try to chant my rounds. I try to wake up early and chant some rounds, but it's not possible. And I was thinking to myself, with such a grueling shift, how is it possible? I said, can you do a part-time job? That way you have little more time and energy. She said, I can't afford that right now. And so the temple head, whoever he was, he said, don't try to push yourself, because she said she was falling asleep over her beads. I said, first and foremost, you need enough rest so that when you drive to work, you don't have an accident next day. So it's much better to chant few rounds properly rather than try to cram 16 rounds and fall asleep. Would that be a good first step, Maharaj? You think that's good advice?
This the way you explain it. It seems like it is.
Yeah. And I said,
But I
and
don't
then
know.
keep praying to
I don't know.
Krishna
Yeah, I
to
don't know
help you.
the whole situation. Yeah, I
Right.
don't know the whole situation, so I can't say.
Yeah, I don't know the whole picture either. So I just said that, you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of if you're sleep deprived, you might have an accident, you might not make some mistake at work, and that'll be very dangerous for you. So the first things first, so get those things in order and then try to slowly, step up with your spiritual life and keep praying to Krishna to show you a way out so that you can manage your bills and everything, and maybe reduce your working hours so that you have some time and energy for spiritual life.
Yeah, well, you have to understand and give your best answer. Whether they accept it or not, that's another thing.
Okay.
What can you do? Everybody's different. But people want Krishna and they want their material life at the same time. So therefore, they find themselves in that quandary. And they have built a certain material life and they won't change it. But still, they complain about being enough Krishna conscious. So a person like that, she should take every opportunity to associate with devotees in one way or the other. She would gain the best by association. Yeah, sometimes I've seen devotees who build this big arrangement materially around, and they struggle for years, and then at one point they just throw the whole thing to the wind and join. And then they become happy. So, that's what I mean. But if you give that as a suggested solution, people will think it's impossible, not practical. So you have to deal with the person according to how much they can understand.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
You can also tell her that during her 11 hours of work a day, she can, take a break, read a book, hear a lecture, do something spiritual while she's in her workplace.
Yes, that's what I did tell her. I said, during your lunch break, sneak away. You don't have to spend the whole 1 hour with your friends, half hour, and then you just take off. Go and sit in your car or something and chant your rounds or read something and take another break. Everyone takes cigarette breaks. You go and take your chopper break and get 2 or 3 more rounds done for your short 15-minute breaks. Like that, you try to do things, which are spiritual even during your work day. I said, my god sister, Brajavilasini, that's what she does. She goes to work half hour earlier. She sits in the parking lot and she chants her rounds in the car, whatever is left. So she's done with her 16 rounds before she begins her work day.
Yeah. Okay. We all out of questions? We can chant if we're not out of questions.
We don't have any questions, seems like now, Maharaj. So we can maybe, we can do the chanting now.
Okay, so I'm good for a few rounds. Okay, so everyone get their beads. If you're in a chair, sit straight. With your back straight, whatever way you sit, just make sure your back is straight. That's the most important thing. Jai Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadada, Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda, and someone worked a slideshow, bring up the pictures of the deities, like that. Satyabhama, are you going to work the slideshow?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. I'm just opening it, yes.
Yeah, but don't keep changing the slides every 6 seconds, you know? Leave them on there for a while.
Sure.
Okay. We should enlarge the screens and take out the side. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it okay?
How much, you got too much of the screen in there covered by, there you go. Now you're all right. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.